welcome back to Find the Way. I'm here with Nate Taves and glad to have you here in the studio with us.
Thank you.
Nate, you are an entrepreneur. You are also a coach for people with online businesses and a father of four. You've been married for 14 years, I've been told.
Yeah, that's right.
So you must have a pretty busy life.
Yeah, the days go by really quickly.
And it's interesting because we're here and we're actually talking about leaving a legacy, which seems a little bit ironic considering we're not very old. We're still pretty young.
I think I'm young. You look young, yes.
So is it really an important subject matter to us?
Well, I think it is, and I think it needs to be because, we can't always plan how long our lives are going to be. And talking about legacy doesn't always mean talking about money. A legacy is really anything that we pass along to somebody, and there's tons of things that we can pass along as parents, as friends, as mentors to people, even at our age.
So talk to us a little bit about someone in your life that you think has left a strong legacy.
Yeah, so I would point to the parents that my wife and I have on both sides. They've really helped us come into to marriage strongly. We got married young, and for some that can mean trouble, and for us that really meant hey, this is great. This is a really good journey we're on.
You told me beforehand as we were talking that your father-in-law gave you a gift at your wedding.
It's true. He gave me, while he was actually performing the ceremony for our wedding, he gave me a gift of a small calendar, and it had Psalm 90 on it, a verse from there that said, "Teach us to make the most of our time so we can grow in wisdom." And that's really stuck with us. And again, helping us to remember, we really can't choose how much time we have, and we want to make the most of what we do have. So my wife and I, we have 4 kids. After our second one, we did actually lose a child. We had a stillborn child, and so kind of faced some tragedy there. And it really shook us to the point of realizing, hey, you know what? We want to invest as well as we can into the family and the friends that we have, and into each other.
Yeah, we can't wait. You have to start to build a legacy today. And so what does that look like in your life in practical terms?
Yeah, well, actually, you can't give away something that you don't have. And so I think part of leaving a legacy is in your own life making sure, kind of what I would call, you would have a well-ordered heart. And so putting God first, your spouse second, then your kids, and then your work after that.
Okay. I'm not married and I don't have kids, but keeping my priorities straight is still really challenging. So how do you do that? What does it look like?
Yeah, part of it is just practically writing down, these are my priorities in this order, and then allotting some of the best times of your day to those things. So if you want to spend time with God, pick the best time of your day and allot a block of time to do that. Have specific date nights or breakfast times with your spouse.
So really being intentional with your time.
Yeah, exactly.
And also I'm hearing being present when you're doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so prioritizing. What else? What else is really critical to leaving a legacy?
Yeah, so I think in order to be able to do those things, we need to be able to be distraction-free and actually present during those times. It's not about just setting that time and going through the motions during it. It's actually taking our smartphones and putting them aside and setting up an intentional strategy for those devices in the home throughout the day, throughout the week.
Okay, so prioritizing. Eliminating distractions. Any other points that are really critical to leaving a legacy?
Yeah, I think part of it is just the mindset as well of being what I would call a living legend, and being able to have these priorities and to invest in those things. So if you were planning to become excellent at anything, what do you need? You need somebody who's been there before, you need coaches in your life, and you need to be able to commit to those areas. And so that's another area of resource that we want to make available.
What is it that I'm going to be founded on? What am I going to be grounded on? And how am I going to be remembered?
That's true.
It's critical.
Yeah, because we all will leave a legacy. We'll pass either good or bad on to people, and we can choose what that's going to be.
And coming back to one of the things you said at the beginning, this isn't something that you wait till the end of your life.
Right.
We're leaving a legacy all the time in everything that we're doing.
Exactly, yes.
Well, thank you so much, Nate, for joining us today and sharing just some of the ways in your life that you're leaving a legacy. I think the points that you've made will be really helpful to our viewers. So we appreciate your time today.